If you've driven by the church in the last few weeks, you may have noticed the new banners that are out on the front lawn. The banners have the scripture passage from Micah 6:8 on them that reads, "What does the Lord require of you? To do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God." This text came up in several different conversations about what God is calling the church to do and how God is calling the church to live during these days. And several of us thought that this text caught that in a way that was really helpful. A lot of people find that Micah 6:8 is a concise description of what the life of faith looks like. It offers us this threefold, easy to remember description and vision of what it means to follow the Lord in our lives. Do justice is about how we relate to other people in the world, especially those who are poor and vulnerable. Love kindness, this teaches us to relate to other people with warm-hearted compassion. And walk humbly with our God is the thread that holds the whole thing together. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I find that this text, Micah 6:8, is both incredibly helpful in focusing our attention on the essentials, and it is really, really challenging. Because I have realized that a lot of the time I will unconsciously insert the word "or" into this text so that it reads, "What does the Lord require of you? To do justice, or to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God." And when I do that, when I put the word "or" in between doing justice or loving kindness, then I think that turns doing justice and loving kindness almost into opposites of each other. And when I do that, then I usually tend to fall off on one side or the other. If you're like me in this, when we are in a doing justice mode, our brains can kind of shift into scorched earth posture, and we can become super competitive and mean, reassuring ourselves that we're doing it all in the name of justice. And then when we're in loving kindness mode, we can think that the main objective is to keep everybody happy, not rock any boats, and in the process, we can refrain and hold ourselves back from speaking and acting on what we believe is right, so that it can become one or the other, either justice or kindness. But of course, that is a profound misreading and distortion of this passage from Micah 6:8. This text, Micah 6:8, "And we believe the Lord," calls us to do justice and to love kindness, to stand with and for the poor, and to love all people, including people with whom we disagree, to be gracious and generous towards others, and to work for change in systems that are oppressing people. We do not have to choose between justice and kindness, and in fact, we're not supposed to choose between justice and kindness. And that is where walking humbly with God comes in. More and more, it occurs to me that the only people who will be able both to do justice and to love kindness will be those who are consciously walking the path of humility with God. Only those who are aware of their own brokenness and sinfulness, and who are aware of God's presence and providence with them, those will be the folks who will be able to see clearly, love dearly, and work persistently for the well-being of all. These three, they really go together. do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God. Friends, be safe, be well, and may you pursue these three things in your life this week. We'll see you soon.